Okay, 7 minutes 43 seconds. I want you to remember that number, because that number was how long this video was before my grandparents called. And then they called and I started talking to them. But oh well. What happens, happens. That's gonna be my catchphrase from now on. Anyway, second video. I know I said I wasn't gonna make one until Monday, but I lied. Oh well. Sorry. A lot's happened. I'm kind of giving the short version because I've already done this before. And so you're going to lose out on a lot of information because I'm not going to remember everything I said. Oh well. As many of you know, I stopped talking to Brittany on Friday. If you don't know, I stopped talking to Brittany on Friday. Thursday night, I woke up like 11. Well, not really woke up. I was still up talking, obviously, to Brittany. And then I just felt really bad. Really, really bad. Upset. Horrible feelings. And it was bad. But with some help, I ended up getting over it. And with some of that same help, I ended up realizing that having the sort of relationship that me and her had while she was in a relationship with somebody that I didn't like, it was only tearing me apart, driving me crazy. And without someone else close to me, as close as she was, or even as close as a girlfriend would be, that sounded really sad. Like, that sucks. Anyway, not having someone that close was just, and then she kept ditching me for things. But, oh well. Whatever happens, happens. Friday, I ended up saying goodbye at school. So I had to walk home after school. And I was walking home, had my phone in my hand, and I was listening to music on the phone, and there was these two kids, a girl and a guy, in front of me, and the guy, we get to the bridge, and the guy steps over the railing, and to go actually onto the bridge, and he, walks up the railing like it's steps, and I'm like, what the heck? So I take a little jogging, start, stiff arm the frickin' railing, jump over it. Felt like a boss, I really did. Came home, did all my chores, every one of them. It was pretty time consuming, but went to tried to go to Jesse's house, but it wasn't happening that day. Stayed really in my room most of the rest of that night. Came out for, I don't know, less than a couple hours, really. Once I actually got set, I was watching Big Bang Theory, and then what happened really just kind of rolled into me being, hermit for most of that night. I came out, my parents were watching that animal hoarder show, Infested or something like that, and I was like, okay, that's fine, I'm going back in my room. So I started watching Batman and Robin, the old movie with George Clooney as Batman and Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze, and I realized how fake that movie was. And so I stopped watching it, and I tried watching something else, and I just couldn't get into it. And then I started watching Dragon Ball Z Evolution, and that was just retarded. No, I'm sorry, but it was. So I couldn't get into that one, because he's jumping around on this dude's car, dodging freaking swords. What the hell? Really? The space in between the blades, whenever these two kids swung swords at him, wasn't even long enough for him to dodge it. It's just insane, and it didn't make any sense. And I'm not really one of those people to cut down movies. Okay, yes, I am. I'm not really one of those people to cut down movies while I'm by myself, but I did. Oh well. So then I went to sleep at like 11 normal time, which is pretty good considering the fact that I would normally go to bed at like 1, 2 in the morning. But yeah, it's pretty weird. Give me a second. Anyway, sorry, I thought my mom was gonna come in. Anyway, so then Sunday I went outside and I burned the cardboard. I think I'm a bit of a pyromaniac because burning the cardboard outside, it always calms me down. Whatever it is, maybe it's just the fact that it actually takes some concentration to not burn down the entire forest by my house. It's not really a forest, woods, whatever you want to call it. It takes some concentration to not burn it down. So, I mean, there's that. Then I went over to Jesse's. Spent the night over there. Played some WWE, Rock Band, Modern Warfare 3 with Michelle, Jesse, Jeff, Isaac, all on their computers, doing Lord knows what. Jesse and Isaac, I know, were playing RuneScape, but for all I know, Jeff could have been looking at some, like, sexy proms or something like that. Who knows? Once we watched this movie, Cube 2. It's a pretty good movie. It's one of those things that makes you actually think, and so you have to watch it at least twice before you understand it. But, oh Lord, baby Jesus, I gotta say that number. Anyway, you gotta save, fuck, you gotta watch a movie twice. Damn it, I just said fuck. It's a good thing this is a closed group. Whatever. Anyway, you gotta watch the movie twice before you can really understand what they're talking about. And then, went to sleep at like 1. Isaac went to sleep at 4. Jesse went to sleep at 3. Lord knows when Jeff went to sleep. Probably not very long after me because he was falling asleep during the movie. I'm gonna end this video at 10 minutes. If it gets to that point, I'll just say, okay, bye, and stop it. Anyway, then woke up this morning at like 9 something. The rest of the people stayed asleep later than me. So I was messing around on my iPhone. Why do I say iPhone? I mean, it is an iPhone, but it's really more of a phone. Well, it's more of an iPod. Phone. Messing around on my phone. And, then they got up. We went upstairs. I started playing some Modern Warfare 3 campaign. We went out to Zaxby's and Isaac got some fries. He literally, like, ordered them and paid for them while sitting in the back seat of the Cube. So that was a little bit awkward. And then we went, Jesse drove around the Zaxby's parking lot like 3 times because I told him that he literally drove around in a circle, which he did. And then he found it necessary to drive around again in a circle. Anyway, then we went to McDonald's and got some food and made fun of this little kid sitting in the car beside us while we were waiting for Isaac to finish his fries. Then we went to then we went to Walmart, screwed around at Walmart. Then we went back to McDonald's, and Jesse decided not to get his mom anything. Very rude child. Then me, Sam, Michelle, Jesse went to the movies, and yeah, that is the very shortened version, the increasingly shortened version of my weekend. Came home, watched the Steelers lose. Oh well. Damn it. I went over. Oh well. I'll talk to you guys later. Still gonna make another one tomorrow. Whatever. Bye.